Welcome to another episode of Higomig, how I got over my Instagram girlfriend, where today we are talking about when the pain actually stopped. So for me, number one, the pain stopped when I finally said, man, fuck this. I was loyal to this woman. I was good to this woman. When I say good to this woman, this is what I mean. I used to massage her head every night. And I know that she would fall asleep in my lap because she would snore. Now, why was I rubbing her head? Because I loved this woman. Oh my gosh, I was in love with this woman. This was my one. I was not supposed to be back on the market. I supported this woman. When I say I supported her, whatever idea she had that I could see would make a lot of money, I'm like, okay, yeah, nah, babe, let's do that. Oh, you want to get the exotic cats? Oh, yeah. Oh, they do this, they do that. Oh, you can make how much off the kittens? Oh, hey, let's do that. Because she also complained about not feeding the cat, which I'm like, this is a wild cat. It wants to hunt. It wants to go outside. It doesn't care to keep eating this meat that's already prepared. In fact, this cat only really wanted to eat once a day. But since you're at work, you don't really know that. So that's number one. I just realized how good I was to this woman. Of course I did petty things, but that's because she stopped speaking my love language, which is physical touch. Now, number two, I start to notice the red flags. Like after the relationship was over and I was doing reflection, I start to look at, well, why did I dump her? Why did I feel like I needed to get out of that relationship that was so good? Well, there's a long list of things, and those things in my mind were justified, and they're still justified. What I had to really start to do was look at myself and say, man, is this how I really want to live? But then I'm going back and forth because I'm realizing, like, man, wait a minute, some of that could have actually been exaggerated. She didn't do her part in taking care of home, which was taking care of me. Right? I did what I could to support her and to help her, but I didn't get that same energy in return, or at least that's the way I felt, because I would make it known what I actually needed from her, and it wasn't much. Remember, I said I used to massage her head till she went to sleep, and I did that because I wanted her to feel good. I used to call her my little fairy because she's only about 4'11", maybe 5 foot tops. Right, I'm 6'4", so for me, she was my little fairy. To number three, when I realized she actually abandoned me. Now, we went from in our last conversation, right? Our last conversation, she tells me that I'm lazy, but I understand your situation. Hold on, wait a minute. How am I lazy? I lost 50 pounds. I'm fit. I changed my eating habits, right? And I did that for me because I realized how healthy I wanted to remain. My sex drive is up here and I wanted it to stay up there because I just feel better. Number four, this is a huge one. This one actually was the turning point. Number one being me saying, fuck this. And then number four, women, I need you to correct me. Ladies and women, I need you to correct me. But it seems like there is no way to actually satisfy a woman. You either work too much or you don't work enough. You either are really good in the bedroom or you're not. Your sex drive is really high or it's not. You're either not going out enough or you're going out too much. So my question is, what is enough? Can you actually be satisfied? I want the ladies to actually comment under this video if you can actually be satisfied, because I'm starting to see that that's kind of like a fairy tale. Like that actually doesn't exist, which would mean that a man really just has to stay on his purpose no matter what the woman is doing, which is a very powerful message. Get on your purpose and stay on it. Make sure you're taking care of yourself, because who's going to do it? Number five, I realized that people fuck with me because I'm an honest person. I have the ability to connect with a lot of people, with most people in different settings, in different rooms, whether it's the gangsters, the pimps, the businessmen, the families, or just business associates, period. I can pretty much mix and mingle in any of those settings because I have a little bit of all of that inside of me. So I don't want to call myself a chameleon, but I'm actually comfortable in my own skin, so I can pretty much go wherever I feel is safe. If it's safe for me to go there, then guess what? I can go there and I can have a good time, right? I'm not going to bring any stress or drama because that's not who I am. I'd rather focus on how much fun I can have. Once again, the problem was me focusing so much on her that I started to lose myself in the midst of that. So what is the action that I had to take? Well, after the relationship was over, I was like, man, you know what? I'm going to go back to the old self, right? And then I said, nah, fuck that. I learned a lot of different things while in this relationship. So rather than going back to who I was, let's just go ahead and reinvent myself, which is also the solution. So this time the action and the solution are very close and very similar because, hey, now that I'm going to therapy,
on my way, y'all. On my way.
I'm also focusing on reinventing myself because I learned a lot about finances, credit, wealth building, buying property. There's a lot of different things that I learned. Stocks, Forex, you name it, different businesses. I learned a lot. So now I'm like, okay, wait a minute, hold on. Let's become something new. Let's become great again. So that's actually moving into the solution and going into my affirmation. I live life in abundance. I'm thankful for everything that I can control. And I accept the things that I cannot control, because that for me was a very, very powerful affirmation. And these are things that I actually do in the mirror. I actually say in the mirror so I can see how my eyes look when I'm looking at myself. So I can see my mouth moving when I'm actually talking to myself. So that when I smile, I know if I'm actually smiling to myself or not. Those are my affirmations. If you guys have any questions, comment under this video. Also, please don't forget to hit that like button on your way out. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.